Hey everyone. Great to be here. For you guys that don't know me, my name's Rachel Vidal and I am tuning in from far north Queensland in Australia. Actually, I love telling people where I really live is where the rainforest meets the Great Barrier Reef. I live in Cairns. It's absolutely glorious. If you ever get to this part of the world, make sure you look me up. Love to connect with our family, that's for sure. I am tuning in today because I want to share with you a way that you really can create some really great leverage in game planning with your team. I absolutely love it when you can find out clearly where people are now and actually their immediate goal in the next 30 days. I like to do these on a month basis, but the system you can use anyway. You can do it daily, you can do it weekly. It just depends how you want to chunk it down. Now, I can't claim this process. This program, this has been developed by Tony Robbins. It's called The Time of Your Life, and it's called Rapid Planning Method. Now, it is a powerful tool, and I can tell you, as one of Tony's past coaches, I used to use this tool all the time. Like I had clients that would come every single week and we would do weekly RPMs. So that was where we're going to show things in a monthly level where they really chunked it down even more. So it's really, really cool. So the best way to show you is to literally actually get you to draw it out. So you can then follow these steps and put it into practice by actually taking your team through this particular planning method. I just recently did over 40 of them in the first 4 days of the beginning of this month. I really wanted to understand where my team actually sits. Where are all the individual players scattered through my team, and who is going for what, where people are, where their psychology is, the whole big picture. It then gave me a really great understanding of where my team is and where my gaps are, that I can help my team develop in those areas. It was really cool too because I got to show them quite a little bit of the back office where they just didn't know how to look at things. Excuse me. So it was excellent. Now I'm going to have a coughing fit. Wouldn't that be unbelievable? Anyway, I'm not going to record this 20 times. I'm going to do this once. So bear with me. Grab a piece of paper, put it into landscape mode, and then you're going to draw 2 columns going down. It's 2 lines going down, so you've got 3 even columns. Then you're going to draw a line across the top so you can create a header. In the very middle column, you're going to write the word result. On the very far right column, you're going to write the word purpose. And on the very far left column, you're going to write the word map, but that in brackets, you can write massive action plan. So where we're going to start is in the result. It is so important that we clearly know what we're going for. I know Tony teaches this as far as he goes into a meeting, he builds rapport, he then finds out what the outcome of the meeting is, he works out with the team what the actual fuel is, and then he transfers it into what actions they need to take to get to that goal. I love this. I've done this in a team environment where I have a country Victorian team, and they were trying to expand out into areas that were in a 100-kilometre radius of their township. And so we did an RPM on it, but we did it as a group, we did it as a team, and it was really fabulous to hear them come up with all different types of ideas bounced them all off each other. We brainstormed them all, and then we came up with the actions that are going to create the most momentum. Now, I'm going to show you this, though, this plan I'm going to teach it to you as leaders in two different ways. I'm going to teach it to you with people that on an individual basis, not as a team, an individual basis, and I'm going to show you how people that are baby brand partners, how you can actually do an RPM with them. And so people without a team, and then people with a team. So there's two different types of people that I run with in this particular RPM. I want you to always be flexible in the way that you think. I know people can create a lot of rules around things, and those rules can really stop you in taking the actions and listening to how you can grow these RPMs to really develop a great rapport, a great relationship, and a great outcome for your brand partners. So we're going to start with the very middle column, the result column. So this is called a results-focused, purpose-driven, massive action plan. So in the result is the very first thing I want you to write on the far left-hand side of the results column, the word SMART going downwards. And then the S is a specific goal. And you would have seen the RPM that I created, and I'm going to share it in 1 second, where it was the specific goal was to hit area marketing director 45,000. I always aim for more than what the volume of our compensation plan says. You always want to track people out, because when you pull people beyond the actual goal, the marker that gets us there, they do some magic. Magic stuff happens, and they push themselves past that. So it's really important to always find the part that's beyond the actual marker that gets us to that destination of area marketing director. So specific goal was area marketing director 45,000. Is this measurable? And this is what I'm asking the brand partner. Is this a measurable goal? How can we measure it? Can we measure it through activities? Can we measure it through our back office? Can we measure it through all the different areas we can actually measure it? And so they agree yes or no. The next one is actionable. Is it actionable? It's a really important word, this. The A is action. Action takes everything. Action moves everything forward. So action is really like, is it an actionable goal? Can I take action to get to this goal? Yes. Is it realistic? This is a really important one, because I often have people come to me and say, I want to be an NMD. And I think, well, how about we get to elite director first? And then we go from there and we get to premier director. And I can show them how they can build past those numbers, you know, like our premier directors at the moment. They're going for premier director 40,000. So instead of going for area marketing director, they're pushing their boundaries beyond where they are to get to that, then get to area marketing director. So sometimes you have to really, you know, talk to people clearly about whether this goal is realistic. And then the final one, is it time sensitive? So we create a time sensitiveness to it. I like to do these, as I said in the beginning, every 30 days or every month. So this is a monthly plan that they can have on their desk, and then we go from there. So then once they have, say the date is the 30th of April 2019, area marketing director 45,000. So then I will get them to write that in this bottom part of the column. I will be an area marketing director by April 30, 2019. Then, this is a really important part, I get them to draw a big circle around their goal. Doesn't have to be pretty. You know, I have people come to me after and they're going, oh, I have to make it pretty. Don't make it pretty. Get to the actions. Making it pretty, really, it's what that's doing is it's procrastinating, getting to the goal of what you want to do, and that's taking action on your action list. So the reason the circle goes around the goal is now I clearly can see the goal. It's a bullseye. We're going to have this whole page full of writing soon. And I want to clearly see what the outcome is at a glance. Always, I can see it at a glance. Now, the next thing we do is we need the fuel for the fire. On the column, the purpose column, which is on the far right, I want you to write the numbers 1 to 15 going down. You will most likely take up the whole entire column. Now, what I love about the fuel is one of the incredible things about humans, and especially humans in network marketing, is we love to help people. That's why we love our company so much. We love to make people's lives better. So this is our essence. This is our love. This is something that's really important to us. What I love to do here is I like to what we call stack. I stack on the first 5 is all about them personally. Them personally. What is it? Why is it important for them to go out and hit those goals? And so we want to dig into 5 reasons for them personally. But we know people will do more for others than ourselves. So the next 5 are 5 things they will do for the people that they're closest to, the people that they love. It could be their family, it could be their close friend network, whoever it is that's close to them. And it's 5 things then. And I love to say to people things like, think about you hitting that goal, that it's the 30th of, and really paint the picture constantly to them. It's the 30th of April. You are an area marketing director at 45,000K. Like, oh my gosh, can you believe this? This is amazing. Congratulations. What is the ripple effect that has happened with your family, with your loved ones, with the people that you just adore? They're everything in your life. And they're busy writing, and it's really cool. And you can just provoke their thought by, talking about different elements of benefits. What sort of benefits are there for these people? And it's amazing how they start coming up with all different ideas. And hey, I've only done a list of 15. Like, we can brainstorm lots of them, but I want to show you a way as a leader how you can really be time efficient and you can create the most action with fuel to get a result. So the third one, the third 5, so the first 5 is about them personally. The second 5 is about the people that are closest to them. And the third is their greater community. So 5 things that by them hitting our area marketing director by the 30th of April, 2019, what are 5 things that your greater community are going to benefit from that ripple effect? And really, like, I then paint the picture of, it could be your team, it could be your community, it could be, your greater community, whoever it is, what are the benefits there? And so they start writing things down, and that's really, really cool. Then we go over to the far, so hang on a second. So then we have the fuel. Now that we have the solid fuel, what I do is I don't get them to read every single one of these to me because it takes too much time, guys. I get them to read me 1 in each category. And I do that because I want to test in one, I want to test in where they're at, and are they thinking from a place of fuel, a place of grunt, a place of where they're going to create the momentum over the 30 days to get to their goal, because, you know, it means that they're going to get a carer for their brother who's a quadriplegic. You know, like, or it's because they want to take their kids out for dinner for a night, whatever it be. It's I want to check in that they're fueled, but also I want to hear a couple of items that are really important to them, and I write them down. So I then have some of the keys to their fuel. And I bring in those keys when we are talking over the next section, when I'm wrapping it all up. I always bring in their fuel because it's important to them. Okay, the next is the map. Now, number 1 to 10 going down. Now, as I said to you, I'm going to teach you this in 2 different ways. One, if you're a baby brand partner or a brand partner that has no team, or you're a person with a team. So if you have no team, I just want to ask them, what are 10 action steps that you can take to get you to your goal? Just brainstorm them. And some people get stuck. And some people, you know, some people know what to say, some people get stuck. So I've got to really provoke sometimes questions if they're stuck. I don't want to interrupt their thought pattern either if they're writing and running. So I really have that sensory acuity going on in my ears to listen. Are they really writing or are they stuck? I love doing these calls on the phone because I can hear that. It brings something about your audio. It just brings this sensory together of really hearing of what's really going on for the person. So literally, if they are stuck, I then, I get them to share with me what they have already. Often the things they have are what we drill, the 2 a day, have an RP, get them on a 3-way call, do some social media posts. I often say to them, what about you? What do you need? What do you need in your life to get up every single day that you have done something about, you know, gone for a run or meditated or whatever it is that you do in your life that gives you the best state that you can possibly have for the day. So I ask them things like that. I ask them, where else can they see ways that they can connect with people? And so I really create as much, I help them as much as I can, especially when they get stuck. Then this area, I definitely get them to read all 10 out to me, because then we can go through them, because some of them are actually a result. So if somebody says to go out and get 3 brand partners, that's a result. It's not an action. You need to take the actions to get to that result. So often I might say to them, okay, if that's the result you want, we need to put that in the results column. So not only do they want to be area marketing director at 45,000 with 3 brand new brand partners on 500Q plus a month, 500Q plus on enrollment, and I'm going to do it all. It's all going to be ticked, done by the 30th of April. So you really need to look and assess whether or not they're giving you a result, or are they giving you an action that's going to get to the result. So then if they are somebody with a team, I get them to do the first 5 that are for their personal business. What do they personally need to do for their business? And so they can write down those 5. And then the second 5 is, what do they need to do for their team? This is a really cool way for people that that really just get very focused on themselves and enrolling, that what else they need to do. what else, where else in their business is their gap, and we might be able to see it, but this is a great way that clearly to them makes them start thinking about the larger scope of this business, which is, as we know, is being masterful at taprooting. And then you've got the people that are the opposite. The people that just want to help the team and do all this management mode, but they don't do anything to actually build their own personal business. So it's a really, really great way that opens up that area for people to see and create actions in it. Now, the next part is I get them to circle the top 3 to 4 items that are going to create the most momentum to get to their goal. This is really, really important because we're forever ever made to-do lists. And I don't know about you guys, but to-do lists are these crazy things where you actually keep adding to it, adding more and more and more. So what we do is we take the smallest items off, the quickest items, or the items we enjoy the most first. So we're quickly crossing them off and we're like, woohoo, I'm winning. We're not winning. They're not the thing. They're not the items that are going to create the most momentum to get us to our goal. So we're forever in this swirling world of creating a to-do list. This is power. Having a list of actions, you have to do all the actions. All the actions are important. But there's 3 or 4 of them that are going to create the most momentum. Create the most momentum. Get to where you want to go. You know, let's do this fast. We all know speed like success. So success like speed. We all know that. And these are ways that you can accelerate that success by taking 3 to 4 of these items, and we call them musts. They are your musts. And I'm going to share now Tim's, hang on a sec. I'm going to share Tim's RPM because it is super cool. And what is so cool about it is he literally, you can see how he's done his SMART goal. We've circled the bottom part, the AMD 45,000 by the 31st of March. He had 10 purposes, 10 points going down, not the 15. Then we have the 3 items he asterisked at the top were his musts. There were the things that he had to do every day. They were his driving force every single day to get to his goal. And it is just powerful when you can see that all those other things, he did them still. He still did these social media posts. He still did sit downs. Taprooting was his focus the whole entire time. Absolutely. But the others were his musts. He had to do those to get to his goal. And voila, amazing. He did it. And you know what? It did not surprise me. It did not surprise Puya at all that he got there, because we have seen the power of this particular system over and over and over again. Now I'm going to show you the last final piece, which is the piece that I love the most. And if people embrace this piece and you ask them, hey, did you do this part? And they say yes, you know you have a wild horse in your team that's going to go for gold, and they are going to lap up on this sort of planning and taking those actions. So before you go to bed, get this piece of paper and put it on your bedside table. Before you go to sleep, pick the piece of paper up. Let your eyes drift along the purpose column. Let them just drift along and let them grab one of those items. Just let them grab one of them. And that purpose might be, and this is where I bring in one of the purposes that I wrote down earlier of theirs, that purpose might be taking your family, your whole entire family, to Italy for a holiday. Now I want you to put the RPM back down on your nightside table. And I want you to lie there and really embody being in Italy. Are you guys out for dinner? Are you guys out on a boat swimming? Are you guys, where are you? What are you doing? What is this dream moment of your whole entire family on this trip look like? Really feel it. Be with every moment of it. Experience it. And then when you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning, I want you to again pick up your RPM. And then I want you to glance your eyes over the far left-hand column, which is the map. I want you to look at the musts. Just look at the musts, read them. Your eyes are going to always look at that circle that is in the middle of the page. They just can't help it. Now you know what you need to do today. You know that this is a priority and they're musts. So now you get out of bed and you hit the ground running. So in a nutshell, guys, that is how I do an RPM. Now, it does take a lot of energy and it does take a lot of commitment, and it's a great thing to do where you can teach your leaders to do it as well. My leaders all do RPMs within our team. I personally wanted to do the 40 this month because we're transitioned, because we're in this new era, and it's such a beautiful time to touch in with people and find out where they're at. Find out really how excited they are about what we have and what's really going on in our world with Neora. So I want to love you and leave you. This has been quite a long training, but I hope it was comprehensive enough that you have enough tips to really take people through this system. It's an incredible system that Tony Robbins created. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to learn it at the level that he taught us, and I hope you get to use it, and I hope you get to use it personally as well, so you can go out and crush your next goals. So happy days, have an amazing day, love you all, see you soon.